It's a beautiful, clear spring day in north central Texas, and there's not a whole lot happening weather-wise today, which makes it easier for me, but there are some things to talk about in regard to tomorrow afternoon. For now, though, enjoy the clear weather. There's nothing happening out there. It's a spring day where we don't have to worry about those storms. Unfortunately, the allergens are pretty crazy out there right now, but aside from that, things are in pretty good shape. It's going to be warm today, 78, 79 degrees, some of us pushing 80, and I had someone tell me that's pretty warm. That's not warm. Talk to me in August about warm. Enjoy it while you can. These are pretty seasonal, maybe it's just a little bit above seasonal, but we're starting to see that trend, right? We're getting up into the 80s or so, upper 70s, 80s, and that's going to continue to increase as we get through the latter half of April, into May, into June, then July. The trend is too familiar to North Texans. 52 degrees, 51 for the lows tonight. It's going to be cool, so it'll continue to be chilly. The overnights will be warming up, though, as we go forward, so don't be too surprised when that is gone. Looking at the upper level water vapor, we still have this circulation that we've been watching, and this thing has moved up on land. So we talked yesterday about how there was some whispers about the fact that this could become a tropical system. It didn't have enough time. There's dry air moving into this thing now, but this has not been kind to Florida. Even though it didn't become a tropical system, they're still getting some of the effects out there. There was a tornado warning out there earlier this morning in the Panhandle, and then southern Florida has had some pretty incredible flooding from this storm. So even though it did not become a tropical system, they're still taking a beating from it. We are on the nice side, though. We're on the west side of it. We do have, in the upper levels at least, northern air coming in. Winds at the surface are from the south, but we do have just enough moisture to where we're starting to see those little puffy clouds come up, just like the last couple of days, but we're not getting any storms from this. So hey, enjoy it now. The humidity is on the rise, though. The temperatures are on the rise, and when that happens, we're usually looking at a system coming in, and that's what we do have. There's a cold front that's off screen here up in the northern Colorado area at this point tomorrow. The front will come in Saturday, so don't think that we're looking at an immediate cold front from this. The dry line will be taking center stage tomorrow afternoon, evening, but the cap will be the ultimate deciding factor. It will be a strong cap, and of course, if you're not familiar, the cap is that warm air aloft, that layer of warm air that tends to keep storms from popping up, right? They try to bubble up and push through it just too strong, and it just kind of keeps them there. So we could, though, see a couple of these storms pop through, and if they do, it's likely they would become severe. And in fact, this was a very well-timed video because this was just updated from the Storm Prediction Center. We've been seeing the slight risk move northward, and of course, you have the scale here, marginal, slight risk. So your slight risk is a little higher than marginal. So when we were talking yesterday, it was right around the northern border of Ellis and Johnson counties, just barely included the Mansfield area there, and went north. Well, this morning, it was more kind of Oklahoma and north, and now they've just updated it to push that even further north. So that tells me that our chance of severe weather is likely lowering, but it's not zero. We're not excluded from this marginal risk. I think that's just saying that overall our chances of getting storms is lower. However, we could still see a storm or two pop up, and the thing is, they will be widely spaced if they do pop up. It could be one, it could be two, it could just be three. It could be nothing. That's the thing, is we have this probability, this low probability overall, but if we do get storms, they will likely become severe. Overall, the tornado risk is relatively low, but it's not zero. Conditions will be favorable for tornado activity if we are able actually to get a storm or two out there. Again, tornadoes not likely, but the possibility is there. Damaging wind is possible too, but it looks like hail is the biggest threat with any storms that we do get over the course of tomorrow afternoon, evening. They would pop up to our west and then move our way. The good news being, of course, we'll be able to watch those as they move in, see what the cap is doing, and go on from there. It's possible even that we could get a storm out to our west, comes in, gets squashed. Time will tell what will be happening. Of course, I'll be watching that for you. But just keep in mind, storms are not likely, but those that do develop could be severe. So today we're pushing close to 80 degrees with that southerly breeze helping to warm things up, and we could have a few of those clouds. Overnight we're chilly, but tomorrow we're getting above 80, so 82, 83 degrees across our area. Southerly breeze. Overnight lows are warm as well. We have that 20% chance of storms. Again, not likely storms will develop, but we could see one or two, and those that do develop will likely become severe. Saturday, we're 80 degrees. We don't get the cool air in yet, but overnight Saturday night, we drop back to the low 50s. So that cold front will be moving in Saturday morning. I don't expect us to get much cool air then, but the cool air will be a little bit delayed. But Sunday, we're in the mid 70s. Monday rather, we're back to pushing 80 degrees. Tuesday and Wednesday, we're back in the 80s. Tuesday, a low chance for a few showers, but not much from there. So overall, we're getting on the upper end of spring here, those spring temperatures, and it won't be long before they're in the mid 80s. Won't be much longer than that before we're in the 90s. So enjoy this while you can. It's nice today. Tomorrow, I will be monitoring this closely for you. It's going to be one of those days where I'm staring at the radar, feeling like we're watching grass grow. There could be nothing out there. Or we could have one or two storms develop. I will, of course, keep you updated on that, and we might actually have another feature if storms do develop for you to watch and track those ahead of that live coverage, should it be warranted. But for now, just keep an eye on the weather tomorrow night, enjoy the weather today, and be ready to join us at the Cops and Kids Picnic on Saturday. We will be out there talking about severe weather preparedness and making sure that you are ready if severe weather does strike. More updates on that on the page, more details out there. But I hope to see you there. That's in Waxahachie and Getzendaner Park, and I think we will have a great time. Stay tuned for more updates on the possibility of a few severe storms on Friday evening.